If you would please rise at this point, if we could have you stand. You see the 600s out there right now, and the pole being left open. The 600 is going to do a little missing man formation in the memory of Dwayne McIntyre, local race promoter. He was really one of the driving forces behind the 600s. He kept them alive at all the tracks. He was a real driving force for the sport. If you could please rise, salute these 600 drivers, stand up. And we're going to run this one in memory of Dwayne, the missing man formation. Now the field begins to pair up. We'll send them on their way. And Dwayne, this one's for you. Chris Neuenschwander, we understand now in the 51 instead of Cap Henry. So the driver's shuffle continues. Howard McCormick in 26, Matt Janisch in 43. Set to go racing. 25 laps for the winged Outlaw 600s through turn 3 and 4. Green flag. Cleanly through lap 1, it's Howard McCormick. McCormick leads lap 1. Trouble in turn number 1, Eric Rudolph. Eric Rudolph in car number 22. Got together with the 19 of Tim Neal and went for a ride down to turn number 1. Came to a stop outside the corner, and Eric Rudolph's difficult journey to try to sweep this year's Rumble just got a whole lot harder. Drew Dorsett, Amanda Quinones, green flag back out. Back under green, and Howard McCormick the race lead. Trent Stevens tried to look to the outside, nothing there. Down low comes Matt Janisch. Janisch around the inside, picks up second from Stevens. Stevens puts up opportunity, can't get back around. McCormick with the lead. Janisch into the rear bumper, can't get by. Spin, and turn number 1 is Steve Myers. Steve Myers in the 86 goes around on a turn number 1, caution out. And Chris Neuenschwander parking the 51, Jason Ormsby car. Coming back to green, Howard McCormick, Matt Janisch, Trent Stevens, green out. John Ivey in 94 to the inside, drives by Jonathan. Spin, Rittenauer goes around. Chase Rittenauer spinning down in turn number 1 and 2, caution out. Tyler Fitzpatrick in 57, Mark Zumbrun 35, 22 Eric Rudolph, green flag out. Spin on the restart, 19 Trent Stevens goes around, yellow flag out. So Trent Stevens now going to the tail in car number 19. Puts John Ivey up to 4th place. A.J. Lasecki 5th, Dunham 6th. McCormick, Janisch, Schroff, green flag out. Here's Ivey trying to get by Larry Joe. Couldn't make it happen. Eric Rudolph has come all the way back up to 9th place. Spin, Tyler Fitzpatrick. Tyler Fitzpatrick goes around in turn number 2. And 007, Amanda Quinones, no chance to miss him. Light contact, caution out. Tyler Fitzpatrick going around. And it's Tim Neal, Mark Zumbrun, Eric Rudolph, Drew Dorsett, Amanda Quinones, Chase Rittenauer, and Trent Stevens, green flag back out. Janisch for the lead, drives by McCormick. McCormick went wide, the top 3 went by. Ivey to the bottom, shoots by Larry Joe. Matt Janisch the lead, John Ivey 2nd. Schroff back to 3rd, McCormick 4th. Ivey for the lead to turn 3 and 4. Give it over to John Ivey. John Ivey from Bellevue, Ohio, drives past Matt Janisch for 1st. Eyes on Eric Rudolph now, and Tim Neal as they try to carve up through the field. Ivey the lead, Janisch 2nd, Schroff 3rd. A.J. Lasecki back in 5th to clear wing, number 14, trying to get past McCormick. Here's Rudolph on the inside. He'll pick up another spot. McCormick to the inside of Larry Joe. Schroff goes out wide. Lasecki comes underneath. Next up, Bill Dunham. To the outside goes Rudolph. Rudolph around the outside of Dunham. Eric Rudolph throwing that car around the racetrack to the inside of Larry Joe. Give Rudolph 4th. 5th place for Eric Rudolph. John Ivy the lead. Matt Janish 2nd. The show is the 22 of Rudolph. Now he works on Lasecki. Leader in heavy traffic is John Ivy. Rudolph past Lasecki picks up 4th place. Ivy around Quinones. Heavy traffic ahead, now working Mark Zumbrun. Eric Rudolph up behind, Howard McCormick for 3rd. Spin in turn number 1, Trent Stevens gets turned around. Trent Stevens and the 19 goes around down in turn number 1. Green flag back out, John Ivy the leader. McCormick caught napping a little on the restart. Here's Rudolph to the inside, picks up 3rd. Rudolph in 3rd. Gonna need at least another yellow to have a shot. Ridnour gets by the 21 of Larry Joe. A spin is Mark Zumbrun. And that's the yellow Rudolph needs. That'll put him 3rd. Ivy the leader. Janish in 2nd. Rudolph from the back of the pack has made it to 3rd place. John Ivy, Matt Janish, and Eric Rudolph the top 3. Ivy, Janish, Rudolph. Out of turn 2, Rudolph tries to work on Janish. He's got to run to the inside. Yellow. Stevens goes around again, and Rudolph's pass not going to count. Green flag back out. Ivy, your leader over Janish and Rudolph. McCormick 3rd, Lasecki 4th. Laps winding down, John Ivy with the lead. Slow down the backstretch is Ivy. Janish to the lead, caution out. John Ivy, something goes wrong with the race leader. And a heartbreaker for John Ivy in the 94. It looked like it was his to lose, and he might have just lost it. Janish the leader, Eric Rudolph 2nd. Can he do it? 1 to go. Green flag back out. Matt Janish the leader, Eric Rudolph behind, 5 to go. McCormick still 3rd, Lasecki 4th. Matt Janish, Eric Rudolph, 1 and 2. Rudolph might have used up a lot of tire to get to where he's at. Janish starts to pull away. Janish pulling away from Rudolph. McCormick 3rd, Lasecki 4th, Dunham in 5th. Matt Janish back to turn 1 and 2. Rudolph closing in again. Lap to go. Janish back to turn 1 and 2 for the final time. Rudolph can only watch. Down the backstretch to turn 3 and 4. The Rumble winner of the Wing 600s is Matt Janish. Janish, your winner. Rudolph 2nd. Caution out at the line. McCormick 3rd. Lasecki 4th. Dunham in 5th. And a crash at the finish. Larry Joe Schroff and Amanda Quinones tangle after the finish. Bill Dunham comes home 5th place in number 84. 4th place to A.J. Lasecki in the car number 14. Coming home 3rd, Howard McCormick in car 26. Eric Rudolph from deep in the field. Used up a little bit too much car, got to 2nd, and couldn't catch this guy up out of the car. Picking up the Rumble win out of Nazareth, Pennsylvania. It's an MMF chassis. Kawasaki powered, Matt Janish.